Welcome traders to this short video on a ZoneTraderPro order flow setup using the point and control as a trading signal. In this video we're also going to talk about two theories that ZoneTraderPro devised many years ago. The first is what you look for when looking for a consolidation. And on this chart what you're going to see is the back and forth motion from the support to the resistance. Basically, I describe it as looking like a Christmas tree as it goes between red, green, red, and green. And usually coming out of that, we see a very strong move. In the older versions of NinjaTrader, I described this as something that we wanted to stay away from because it was difficult to gauge whether the pattern was going to take us higher or take us lower. In this case, from the two range chart, I don't see any clear entry into this trade, but I do see a clear entry in the 5 range chart with this ZoneTraderPro trend trade that is also a POC extension sell pattern. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the concept of a high risk and low risk trade. As we came out of that consolidation and the price traded lower, prices had not been trading at these levels for some time. And because of that, we formed a strong trend and the market went into price discovery. As we see down here, we initially found a low at a price of 27.95.50, and we would eventually bottom out at 27.95 and a quarter. Anything in this area right here, I would consider a high risk trade because the market is probing. And this is a very important point to make and understand. Then what happens next is, in a strong trend, what will normally happen is the market will return to the minor resistance area right here at 97.75. However, if the move is strong, the late sellers see this as their first opportunity to get into a trade, even though the market's only moved 6 points from here to here on this first pullback. And this is what's going to cause these late sellers, the retail sellers, to get stopped out and their money taken. The market then trades down, tests the low, one tick lower to run the stops that for the people that had been set down here. And during this period, we see multiple ZoneTraderPro order flow buy signals. I consider this trade right here a low to medium risk trade because the market has already found, the computers have already found support down here. And when we start seeing multiple ZTP order flow buy patterns right here, that's indicative to me of traders getting sucked into a pattern. And we can then see the result of that move. Another move from a low of 27.95 and a quarter all the way up to 27.99. It's also important to note that during the first move lower back here, we did not have a pattern. When a market reverses from minor support, that is what forms an exhaustion pattern. And in this case, not only did we form an exhaustion pattern, we were tick divergent. Those are additional arguments that make this a very low risk trade coming from this area right here. So that is our setup on the 2 range chart into this trade. Now let's look at the 5 range chart. On the 5 range chart, you notice all the sell signals on the way down. At the trade itself, we see a combination of 3 different ZoneTraderPro order flow pattern indications. I'm not counting the ratio as a pattern because in this case the ratio was a continuation ratio and not a stopping ratio. A continuation ratio is a number that is 30 or higher, and a stopping ratio is what you see here at the 0.02. So we have our entry based on the 2 range chart, and in real time you would see these 3 other signals down here on the 5 range chart. As the market continues to trade higher, we then see a trapped seller indication as sellers are again trying at a price of 27.96 and a quarter to take the market lower. As the market goes higher, we see a continuation ratio here And exactly at the ZoneTrader Pro strong trend resistance zone, we have a ZoneTrader Pro order flow sell. When we turn on the ZoneTrader Pro extension zones, we see that strong market orders had come in twice at a price of 27.95.75, and we see this huge area here from 27.97.50 to 27.96.50, where a large number of market orders had tried to push the market even lower. And while they succeeded in the short term, when their positions had to be reversed, that's what took us and made this a strong trend to the upside. And as you can see, the market continued to trade even higher. It would be a good question as to whether or not you would be interested in taking the signals that were up here, two of which were a ZoneTrader Pro order flow sell, and the second was a POC absorption sell, which occurred at an exhaustion trade. What is interesting to note is the absence of any ZoneTrader Pro extension zones, which meant that there were not large amounts of market order sellers coming in these 3 or 4 bars. Then what is interesting to note is that extension zones were forming to the upside, and as the market came down to test 27.98, that is when the market bounced, took it to again to a strong ZoneTrader Pro resistance zone. The keys you want to take out of this video are the following. You want to understand that as the market traded down here, there was no ZoneTrader Pro pattern trade, and any trade that would have been taken would have been high risk because we are in a process of price discovery. A trade from this point is medium to low risk because of the fact that we have numerous ZoneTrader Pro order flow signals occurring both on a smaller time frame and a larger time frame. We have a tick divergence exhaustion pattern, which is giving us a signal to trade. And additionally, we have extension zones being formed by market orders supporting a strong buy. At a possible exit to the trade, we again note the lack of any red selling extension zones, and those do not occur until the market trades several points higher. And again, at that zone, we have a POC extension sell along with a ZTP order flow sell and a tick divergence pattern. Thank you for watching this short video.